Animals, aquatic, land, or air, play many important roles in humans' lives. They provide companionship, wealth, clothing, research, entertainment, and most of all, they are a source of food. In the face of all these, we have a responsibility to take care of the animals, perhaps as a result of an implicit contract with animals. They give us all of these, and in exchange, we care for them and give them good lives. If you accept that animals have rights, raising and killing animals for food is morally wrong. An animal raised for food is being used by others rather than being respected for itself. In the philosopher's terms, it is being treated as a means to human ends and not as an end in itself. No matter how humanely an animal is treated in the process, raising and killing it for food remains morally wrong. Even the most humane forms of rearing and killing animals for food always violates the animal's most basic interest, to continue living. Raising and killing animals for food uses them as a means to human gratification. It does not treat them respectfully as ends in themselves. Eating animals is therefore wrong. However, it cannot be denied that there are still a vast majority of our population who eat meat. They enjoy eating meat and fish and poultry, and so face a conflict between animal and human interests. The trivial human interest in eating meat versus the basic animal interest in staying alive. This increasing global demand for food has resulted in the intensification of livestock production aimed at maximizing profits. But has these livestock production practices resulted in enhancing animal welfare? But firstly, what is animal welfare? Animal welfare can be defined in many ways depending on people's views of animals. Basically, animal welfare is to enhance physical and mental health of animals. Despite improvements in livestock farming techniques over the years, the welfare of farm animals remains a major concern, such as rearing and management of dairy calves, the rearing of sows in gestation and farrowing crates, the housing of layer chickens in battery cages, and the restriction of feed in broiler parent stock. Factory farming is a cost-effective method of producing animal products for human consumption, but the practices employed in intensive animal farming have faced criticism from both public health experts and animal welfare proponents. These practices persist despite the harm inflicted on animals and the potential risks to public health. The current practices of factory farming bring more disadvantages than advantages. Good animal husbandry is a basis for promoting the welfare of animals. Humans provide farm animals with sustenance, water, shelter, protection from predation, such medical attention as is available, help in birthing, food during famine, water during drought, safe surroundings, and comfortable appointments. Since husbandry was grounded in human self-interest, very few additional ethical rules or laws for animal treatment were required. Consideration of animal welfare in food choices has become an influential contemporary theme. Animal welfare expert David Fraser gives three main concerns for animal welfare. One, that animals should feel well by being spared negative feelings of pain, fear, hunger as much as possible, and by experiencing positive feelings in the form of contentment and normal pleasures. Two, that animals should be able to lead reasonably natural lives by being able to have some natural elements in their environment, such as fresh air and the ability to socialize with other animals in normal ways. And three, that animals should function well in the sense of good health, normal growth and development, and normal functioning of the body. Most animals raised for food in the United States, as well as many around the world, including the Philippines, live in confinement systems, colloquially called factory farms. As judged by widely accepted standards of animal welfare, many animals raised under conditions of confinement do not have good lives. This includes swine, egg-laying chickens, meat, dairy cows, and to a lesser extent, beef cattle raised in feedlots, as well as some farmed fish. These animals may be biologically productive in the sense that they grow quickly and reproduce abundantly, but biological productivity and animal welfare are not the same thing. In confinement systems, animals typically live in cages, pens, or stalls, or in open areas with a high density of animals. In these conditions, animals have been bred to put on weight more quickly, which has resulted in high rates of physical abnormalities in some species. For example, a high rate of poor locomotion and poor leg health in broiler chickens. Animals' bodies are altered, in some cases without relief of the pain these alterations likely cause. For example, chickens' beaks are trimmed and pigs' tails are docked in order to prevent potentially harmful behaviors such as pecking and tail biting that arise when these animals are raised in crowded conditions. The most widely accepted conception of animal welfare is the five freedoms, first developed in 1965 in the United Kingdom by a committee of veterinarians, biologists, and animal scientists tasked to examine the welfare of farm animals. These freedoms are: first, freedom from hunger and thirst by ready access to fresh water and a diet to maintain full health and vigor. Second, freedom from discomfort by providing an appropriate environment, including shelter and a comfortable resting area. Third, freedom from pain, injury, or disease by prevention or rapid diagnosis and treatment. Fourth, freedom to express normal behavior by providing sufficient space, proper facilities, and company of the animal's own kind. And fifth, freedom from fear and distress by ensuring conditions and treatment which avoid mental suffering.